Good afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me to talk about building trust with my students and other staff members.
Not a problem. It's good to meet with you. What is it that I can help you with?
I know that building trust and relationships are important to building a great classroom environment, but is there anything else that I can be doing?
That is a great question, and you're right. It is important to build that relationships with students in order to have a happy, trusting environment. It is not only important to build the trust among not only yourself and the students, but among the students as well. If you do not take the time to build this trust in a classroom, you'll have more students with negative and disruptive behaviors, as well as leave students feeling unsafe and unwanted throughout the day and for an entire year. If this continues day after day and year after year, then students often begin to have a negative emotion and a negative attitude towards school and education.
I'm struggling with building relationships with my students and a positive environment. Do you have any example as to what I could do to help them feel more comfortable? I have done some class building structures that just allow students to get to know each other and myself, but is there something else that I could be doing?
Those are great ways to do it. And another thing that you could do is to help make sure that you're responding intentionally to students' positive behaviors. For example, if you have a student that's constantly disruptive or has something, as long as you acknowledge those positive behaviors and that positive interaction, they're going to feel more welcoming and trustworthy of you, and that behavior will eventually change and help build that relationship with him or her. Also, when you're giving students feedback or to another staff member feedback, you need to make sure that you're aware of who that person or student is. Sometimes students can be oversensitive or staff members can get upset easily. Make sure that your body language and your tone of voice is always positive and doesn't come across aggressive. You can also ask 3 different questions when you're asking to give feedback or trying to have a conversation to get improvement. You can ask them what's one thing that they know that they're doing well, one thing that they know they struggle on, and one thing that they want to work on immediately.